Hello, this is Colonel Sanjay Pandey. This is the first video you would be seeing under the category Veterans and Forces Widows. The largest number of veterans and widows belong to Army. And since my experience as of now is limited to Army, so when I talk about them, more or less the things are applicable to Air Force and Navy too. The other two services being much better off when compared to Army when it comes to education and the background of the people who are serving in these two forces. So when we talk about someone who is at the lowest level like Army, so I think we should be able to cover all the problems. This special category has been close to my heart from a very long time while I was serving and in 15 years of retirement too. In my blog, I have been writing extensively on the life of veterans, particularly after retirement, post-retirement years, and life of forces widows. And I have been bringing up these issues in various forums, but there has been a problem which I realized. If I write on Twitter, if I write on Facebook, if I write anywhere, it actually serves no purpose. It takes hardly any time for someone to write a very dirty or venomous comment, and thereafter the entire discussion goes on a tangent. So that's why I started writing my blog, my website www.colonelsanjaypandey.com under the category Savita. All my views about veterans, forces widows, their problems, they all will be found. Starting a YouTube channel actually was very advantageous. Now I can speak to you directly. The aim of this category on YouTube is very clear. To give an absolute unbiased view of the life of a soldier from the day he is recruited till the day he dies as a veteran or in service, the life of his wife if he was married, the widow, whether that widow became a widow while he was serving or in retirement. This is the womb to tomb category. I will cover everything. I also want all my videos to be followed by the serving, the veterans, the officers, establishment, because other than a positive approach and other than positivity and bringing up issues which are serious in nature, which need to be taken cognizance of, I want this particular medium to be the most unbiased and communicative medium between you and me. I don't mind if these videos are seen by every lady who is connected with the forces. I am very sure everyone will end up learning something more than you already knew. Do we know the life of a serving Jawan? Other than Kargil or insurgency or a surgical strike or going across the border or being a bus being blown off where the soldiers die or an ambush. So either it is action or it is death. Isn't it the human nature? Only these things excite us. Either there has to be operation or there has to be death. And our responsibility towards the forces finishes with this. Are we ever interested to find out what exactly is the life of these people after they retire or while they are serving? Or what is so different between them and the Central Paramilitary Forces? What is OROP? What is NFU? Why does one cadre scream Why does the other cadre not let the things take place? So, I mean, there is massive confusion. My point will be in all these videos, these series which I am taking out, and this is an endless series, it will carry on. If it has got stories of veterans, if it has got my experiences, if it has got my trips to the soldiers and their villages, it also will have all the issues. This practically will cover the entire spectrum of the life of a soldier, whether he is serving or he is retired. Social media, particularly say Facebook, where you can write extensively and the videos can come in and the audio clips can come in and the things can be downloaded and sent on WhatsApp. I think social media has done more harm to us, the army serving as well as veterans, than it has benefited. It has done harm because a select few who have got their ability to write well, speak well, use it to take out their venom, whatever they found during the service. I am in no way saying that everything is right. I am also saying that things are not bad. They are not bad at all. There is a purpose why everyone came to army. There is a reason why everyone left army. So there was life before that. There is life after that. What happens in those years in forces that it changes people to the level where if you read the social media, someone who wants to create a divide between officers and jawans, someone who wants to write all about his scripts which he had in service on social media. I think this is very unhealthy and this is very incorrect. What first needs to happen is that you first must know what their life is. That is the first thing you must know, what their life is. And thereafter, how it turns out to be is entirely a different thing. So, my aim of this particular series is very, very clear to give you a 100% insight into the life of a army jawan. I have practically spent my last 15 years meeting the veterans, meeting the forces widows in their villages. This is post retirement. My perception is completely different from the people who have just stayed in their units or in their offices or have held official positions and have their PowerPoint presentations. And my view, they are going to be totally different. When I talk of actual life at the ground level, which I am seeing from 15 years. So if a person feels that his sitting in the office makes him more competent than me, of course. So with that, I will end this video, this being the first one, just to introduce you to this segment of veterans and forces widows. This is not going to be about cribbing, about spewing venom. No, it is going to be about creating awareness of the life of these people while they were serving, beyond their service, and where exactly we as veterans have failed them, or we have actually helped them, or we as society have failed them, or we are actually doing something to benefit them. With deep hurt, I must tell you that whether it is veterans or whether it is society, the only thing you enjoy is writing a RIP for our tomorrow they gave their today, brave heart, and God knows how many, I keep on reading them. there is a mandatory photograph of someone who is dead in uniform, and we must glorify the dead. Your responsibility finishes with that. That's a sad part. I don't even know whether it is your responsibility that finishes, or is it the encashing of the dead that you are doing. Whether it is a lieutenant general retired, whether it is a major general retired, you see on Twitter, you see on Facebook, you see on Insta, you see on any social media platform. They are the first ones to glorify this death. And not one has ever written even one article on the life of these people who are living. I don't blame society. They just follow these people. They think that if they are doing, so I think it's right, so we should do it. This is the cancer. Because we believe in extracting the last pound out of the dead also. But we are not ready to spend even 1 minute on their life. One of the most shocking inputs I have ever got from one of the senior people in the defense ministry, I will not quote serving or retired. I will not quote when did it happen, last 15 years in my retirement. He said, we don't take any inputs from the generals or senior officers. He says, most of the time, the inputs come which are only and only officer oriented, or they have got urban stamp on them. When you talk about urban stamp, I think it is so right. Can there be a more derogatory comment for me to hear? But the fact is, in last 15 years, when I see social media, when I scan internet, I hardly find anyone writing anything positive as a positive contribution towards the veterans interacting with government. Why can't we? Why should we always be cribbing? I don't crib ever. I don't say a single word against the government, or not that I have to just only, talk sweetly. No, I simply have to talk unbiased. And if Ministry of Defense is doing so much, why shouldn't it be known? Why should Ministry of Defense become a punch bag 24 hours for any and everyone to come and slam in social media? You can't do that. Let us first tell the facts, thereafter let the people decide. So where on one side I am talking about the life of Army Jawan during his service, post-retirement, I am also talking about issues which disturb me quite a lot. And all of this is going to be the positive contribution of my channel, this category. Continue watching. Thank you so much.